So what happened? Because I saw something about that because he was saying, to my understanding, that don't be upset when immigrants come here and take your jobs if our education system is not performing how it's supposed to be. And I could try to find a clip, but you can go ahead. I'll try to find this clip while you say that.
So he was saying, so Vivek basically said that Americans lack in the skills needed to have these jobs that you're talking about, these tech jobs and these higher paying jobs. We lack in having the skills, so why not go get someone from out of the country who has the skills and pay them at a lesser rate,
Hmm.
essentially.
Oh, so let me find this clip because he said I want to see where he said it. So he said what keyword
He
can I
called it
type in?
mediocrity.
Because I want to see where he said it because I saw it and I was like, I didn't even pay. Okay, so I see he posted something. Let's see if this is it. I'm gonna play
That's
this.
it.
This is it right here. Okay, so
Yep.
this says the reason top tech companies often hire foreign born and first generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. Quote in parenthesis and parenthesis out. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely younger. That doesn't start in college, it starts young. So this is what sparked all that outrage. Am I my understanding? Was there anything else that he said?
Yep. That that's what he said, and Elon also said something similar.
Okay, so let's see if I can find what Elon said because I do have some thoughts about that because I work in tech. I work in tech sales. So I do speak to a lot of these technical people that he's talking about. And honestly, bro, when I see how many of these people are from like India, all these different places, I'll be like, holy fucking shit. But like India, they're a leading country in like IT and on all this type of stuff. Like they got it on lock. Like this is why we need them. But it really, and then when I see the level of software engineers and people like that who are not even
Hmm.
African American, it blows my mind, bro. It blows my mind. Let me see what he said. Vivek, I want to see if I can find Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy, what they both said. Because what did Elon Musk say? This is not it here, is it? No. Uh, what did
I
Elon
think that was
say
it.
exactly? Well, you think that was it? Hold on, let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is the longer version of what Vivek said. The reason
Yes.
top tech company off the hiring. Okay, so let's see. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over a math Olympiad champ or the jock or valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. Now that's a key gem because we do have this thing, bro, where it's like, yo, the prom queen and the prom king and who has the most expensive prom outfit actually holds weight, but it holds no weight in real life, bro. Like who spends the most money on the prom dress and who's the
Just
fucking
fucked up the
uh
whole shit.
the high school athlete or who is team captain, that shit means nothing.
Calling my phone mid fucking pod.
Oh man, it's all good, bro. Okay, so he says a culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympia champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World and Zack and Slater over Screech and Saved by the Bell or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Okay, hold on. And then it says, fact, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents in the 90s who actively limited how much kids could watch TV, um, those to those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity. And their kids went on to become wildly successful STEM graduates. More movies like Whiplash, fewer reruns of Friends, more math tutoring, fewer sleepovers, more weekend science competitions, fewer Saturday morning cartoons, more books, less TV, more creating, less chilling, more extracurricular, less hanging out at the mall. More most normal American parents look skeptically at those kinds of parents. More normal American kids view those kinds of kids with scorn. If you grow up aspiring to normalcy, normalcy is what you will achieve. Why are people upset that he said this, bro? I see nothing wrong with this.
I agree with the last paragraph and maybe the second to last paragraph, and I agree with the second paragraph. I don't know about the TV stuff, but I get the TV stuff, but I don't know.
Well, I
I
could
know a
tell you.
bunch of kids. I know a bunch of people that watch TV as kids that also went on to do wildly successful things. But I guess we wasn't watching those shows. It was more so like a different world and shit. shit like that. Like trying to watch old shows like that, but then again, we watch SpongeBob and Family Guy and shit too. So
Yeah, because I could say one or two things about TV. Like, because even my son is 2, and they're so stressful about the screen time thing. But I see what screen time does do to children. Like when they start to mimic what they see, or they start to believe that what's on the
true,
TV is truly real, and they can't
true.
deteriorate what's on TV versus what real life is actually about when you turn it off. And now for me, music was a very much of the influential thing that deteriorated my thought process on what I want to do in life, not so much movies. I was never really involved, but I can see. We talk about Tyler Perry. If someone grew up watching Tyler Perry romance movies and having a depiction on what their love life should be like, I can see that as a problem. So if there are people who are running around watching these shows and they think this is what the future should be, so the girl is so hyper focused on meeting the Chad or the high school quarterback, for example, Bring It On, All or Nothing, all those stupid chick flip kind of movies, and
Yeah.
there's nobody there to correct it, then I can see that becoming a harsh truth for a lot of people, bro. Now, do I think it's like overly dramatic where people, but even Steve Urkel, he mentioned Steve Urkel. Nerds have always been getting scrutinized in school since forever. You know what I'm saying? And I do think
Yep.
that is a problem because I was saying that the other day. I was like, why do nerds end up ruling the world? Because they focus on all the right things that they told us are nerdy, like engineering. What else? All the other jobs they say is nerdy, but they're not really nerdy. They pay a lot of fucking money and have real use case in this world, bro. But we're so hyper focused on becoming
So,
fucking athletes.
so would you blame TV if TV is just depicting American life, or do
Say-
you blame the culture that America sets up?
What do you mean?
We do award. We do. Everybody goes and watch the football game. Everybody don't go and watch the math competition.
That's true,
The football game get put on the front page of the newspaper. The math competition doesn't.
right?
That has nothing to do with television. That's America.
And so yeah, so what
You
was your
see.
question then? What were you saying? Because I think I know what you're saying now, but I want to make
So
sure.
would it be? He blamed television. He attacked TV.
Mm.
Would we be attacking TV, or is that just TV showing you what America is like?
I think it's I don't
Or
know
would it
because
be 50-50?
because because to me I thought he was just blaming America and the things that we find entertaining or the things that we value. But
Okay,
I,
then I agree with him.
yeah, if he's not blaming TV specifically and then blaming like the things that we decide to put on there and create narratives of what we is supposed to be glorified, then from that perspective, I can see him blaming just American culture as a whole on what we decide to put in because they know what TV does. They know how important television and film and all this stuff is because that's what we spend majority of our
Yeah,
time doing, getting entertained. So why? But hey,
I mean the CIA kind of controls TV.
exactly.
So
Because even when I work at a company there in Croatia, there in Europe. They really think Americans are stupid, bro. But that's because what they see about Americans on TV through our TV shows. So even they think that this is what America is really like all this stupid BS. So it's like imagine growing up in that and just thinking, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know, but this is really good, and I just think that I don't know if there will ever be a shift where we start glorifying because even Jeff Bezos, bro, he was a nerdy guy and now he had to get his body right, start hanging around supermodels, only for us to say he's a boss CEO, bro. But he's been a
yep,
fucking genius. But now he had to even do the thing that we us as a TV version of a CEO would look like to make us really think that he's a badass.
and that's just American insecurity, man.
Mm-hmm.
People be so concerned with what the next person thinks in this country,
And
or they be so concerned with what the next person is doing. More people should focus on themselves, and they would get farther in life.
and we gotta go
Let
back
us
to the
sit up here and talk.
we gotta go back to the purpose of this whole thing about valuing why they're gonna hire immigrants over our people because we value mediocrity and over there they don't, but they come here and take our jobs. Now,
That
this
used to be a joke. That used to be a joke when we was growing up. Do you remember they would say the Chinese kid had to go home and practice math,
yep,
had to go home and read a book. The Indian kid had to go home and practice and read books, and that was jokes on TV and stuff when we was kids. Like
yeah.
they used to depict them kids like they did not have lives outside of education.
And now look at them.
And you grow up,
Now look at them. That's
And
what
yeah,
I'm.
we have successful natural born Americans. I'm not gonna call us Native Americans, but natural born Americans. We got successful ones, but those people are wildly successful.
I mean, even down to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese spot. Like when you go in New York City, you look at Chinatown. You know what I'm saying? We've been here for a long time and we don't have any of that. And I'm just speaking about black Americans. You know, so it's just
We
like
had it. We had it. We had it. We had it
we
for a
did.
little
You know,
bit.
we had our Black Wall Street. We have stuff in Philly, but they destroyed it. And I always forget that. You know, they did take our shit down, a lot of the stuff that we did have.
They also introduced something into our neighborhoods that they didn't really introduce into other neighborhoods in the '80s, and it destroyed any chance we had. A majority of our population lost everything they had.
That's true.
They was getting pushed into housing and on the welfare, and our households were destroyed. So our leadership was destroyed. So our property ownership then became destroyed.
That's true. But I think this thing with Vivek, I don't think he's wrong, bro. I mean, honestly,
Me neither.
we went to high school. We've seen like who was valued and who was undervalued. Like we lived it, and I'm pretty sure every other person has lived
Mm-hmm.
it. That's why I don't see how people can be so upset about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think the Department of
I agree.
Education is terrible, bro. Because what the fuck did we learn? I remember going to a guidance counselor, bro, and not being able to get help because there were only athletes in there that she was favoring. I was like, yo, what the fuck is
Yep.
this? So if I'm not an athlete, I can't even talk to the guidance counselor and feel accepted because all the athletes are in there hanging out with you all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, hey, bro, even the teachers are a product of the same system that we went through. You know what I mean? 1 second.
Yeah. America is a weird place.
It's truly weird, but I will move on to the next thing because I'm not I don't think they're gonna be able to change the way um, you know, kids are taught in school ever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think so. I think that we are too hyper focused on a look contest, who looks better doing the same thing, and no one's ever gonna actually focus on what the priorities should be. I think this might have been Elon's response here. It said,
I agree.
the immigration hot button topic is the biggest DKE situation I've ever seen. I don't know if this is this. It says this guy named Gregor Capital says America is now well established, yet still competing in a global market. We do not want millions of unvetted, low skilled immigrants who will take advantage of our welfare. We want highly skilled immigrants who will assimilate and contribute to our society. I get it. I get it. We need more talented people, bro. Because one thing about Americans, they are pretty fucking lazy. All right, fam, that's it for today. You got some value from this? Do me a favor, hit the like button, drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Now, if you're rocking with what I'm doing and you want to take it up a notch, I've got something special. Check out the Patreon. The link will be in the description. That's why I drop exclusive content, game, and insights that you won't find anywhere else. I'm talking about the stuff that'll help you level up. And hey, if you're tuning into the podcast, the audio version, make sure you download and leave a review. It really helps more people discover what we're building over here. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you check out the next clip or to watch the full episode somewhere in here. I'm gone. See you in the next one. Peace.